everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis. Hopefully we have a bit better of a connection today. You guys know it's been a struggle the last couple of days. The Wi-Fi is not wanting to be my friend. I just left the door open. You guys can just see out there now. I don't even care. You can actually see the router in the picture. So hopefully that means that it's going to be a bit better of a picture today. Our live. I am sharing us out over on X. I am going live on X, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Hello, Mark Bass. Welcome in. He says, hi, Jim. Well, hello, Mark. Hi, Jim. Whoever Jim is. I don't see Jim. Mama Shadow, you are in the vertical. I see you in the vertical. It looks like Mark is in the horizontal. Good to see you, Mark. Nice to see you again. We had Mike Volmer as number 1. Let's go ahead and throw those comments up on the screen. Mike Volmer was number 1. John Legend, number 2. Chipper is here. Good to see you, Black Hat team. Hope everyone's having a great start to the day. Welcome in, Mama Shadow. Get your booty in here. Get your booty in here. She said, damn it. It happens, you guys. I know it's confusing to have myself live in 2 different places, but I get double, well, I don't want to call it double the watch time, but I get more exposure. The vertical brings in people who are like scrolling on shorts. So if someone is looking at shorts and they start scrolling, then they can eventually end up in my live stream. So that's why I keep it, it doesn't make it very clear which one is my vertical and which one's my horizontal. But if you look, there's a little like iPhone icon at the end of the title. That's really the only way I have found to delineate between the vertical and the horizontal. So anyway, thanks for making it in, Mama Shadow. So I'm getting extremely close on my watch time, you guys. I am 75 watch hours away from being monetized. Currently, tonight, I think I get like 44 watch hours. So I'm still short like 30 watch hours to get monetized. And then the next 2 days after that, I am absolutely wrecked. And so I get 8 hours and then 2 hours the next day. So I'm probably going to lose a little bit of watch time. And then I'm going to continue to climb. So I'm going to be probably a 40 watch hour deficit. Wow, I really am already very grainy on my live stream. Wonderful. I guess I'm just going to have to pack it up and move to my new location since the Wi-Fi here is not working for me anymore. This is going to be, no, there's no kids here. There is 0 people here on the Wi-Fi. There is no excuse for it to be running this slow. I've restarted. I reset the Wi-Fi. Not reset it, but I unplugged it, plugged it back in. I did all the things to try and make the Wi-Fi happy today. But the Wi-Fi is clearly not happy today because I see that I am blurry yet again, which means when I get to talking about the news, you're not going to be able to see me. So, oh, I see what you're saying. I need to have my kids put their phones on and watch me overnight for watch hours. So right now, the next 2 days will be awful for my accumulation. So that puts us at Wednesday, Thursday. So then Friday, I'll get 30 watch hours. I don't know. I'll probably get monetized over the weekend. I was hoping I was going to get monetized during the week and we would be like celebrating here on the live stream together. But it's not going to. And I thought I was going to hit it before the end. I guess I will still hit it before the end of August because we've still got a little bit of time left in the month of August. Let's see. If I can hit it over the weekend, then by Monday. I really want to hit it before September because you guys know September was a slow month for me and May. Uh-oh. I know Mama Shadow says, where's Jesse and Peace of My Mind? It's a good question. Where are they? We wish they were here. They might still show up. It happens, you guys. I don't know. I don't know why my Wi-Fi, I told you guys why I think the theory of my Wi-Fi sucking is, and I think it's because I'm moving out of here. The Wi-Fi is getting shut off. Everything is done. Boom. And I think that because I'm ending the service, they don't like that. They don't want me to end the service. They were like, well, which address are you moving to? I'm not moving to a new address. And so because they wanted me to continue service with them at my new location, I'm like, I don't know. I already have Wi-Fi where I'm going. I don't need your Wi-Fi. So now they're mad at me. That's okay, you guys. Okay, well, if you guys are new here, feel free to smash a subscribe. I am trying to get to 1,600 subscribers. Every subscriber can help me get to my watch goal. I just appreciate each and every one of you tuning in on the show. As always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network. You guys, we've got a banger show planned for today. So, a banger show. Not as exciting as yesterday. I felt like super hyped about the show yesterday. But, you know, Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a breather right now. People were feeling as though Bitcoin was going to hit a little bit of a local top and then have a sell-off. And so here we are. Here we are. Hello, John Legend. Welcome in. Welcome in. When did you pop in? You popped in while I was jabbering. Welcome in, John Legend. Hope you're doing well. My ninja! Welcome in on the vertical. No spiders in the Discord. Yeah. Blocky's Discord's fun. Blocky's Discord's fun. I need to send some more content into it, but man, things have been just busy. Guys, we have back to school night. Like, school is back, and then we have back to school night, and my daughter didn't finish back to school night till like 8:30 last night. So tired. I'm not drinking enough coffee for all of this. And then this coming weekend, I'm going to be out of town, but I'm excited, you guys. I'm excited because where I'm going, I have some good content to make, and I'm working on the story for it. So I will have some new adventures, some fun stuff to show you guys. So I'm excited. I am very excited. I hope you guys are excited. You hear I know like spiders. Well, I mean, the spiders don't bug me as much as cockroaches. Like the cockroach thing. You guys know about my cockroach story. We won't go into it today. Good day, Blocky. Welcome in. Good day, mate. Good day, mate. Welcome in. It's a fair shake of the sauce bottle, mate. Yes. Did I get some of Dave's token? Does Dave Digital have a token that I don't know about? He clearly does. I'm assuming it's on Solana. Is it on Solana? Screw spiders, they're hairy and they jump. Some spiders are cute though. Some spiders are cute, but I don't like, some people think tarantulas are cool. I was never, no. No, Gokhshtein rant. David Gokhshtein had the rant going earlier. I was watching him for a little bit on the live stream. So, but I will say, tarantulas live in the wild, like where I live. And so I've come home from school before and had like a tarantula in my house, like in a container. And I can't remember exactly why. My mom said, oh, they found one at the job site and then they kept it as like a pet, and which I just thought was really weird and gross. And yeah. But there are like those little cute jumpy spiders that have like, I don't know, they look like blue-green little teeth on them, and those are cute. And then they put up their little arms and they do this little dance thing. Those ones are freaking cute. They are hairy and they do jump, but they're cute. They're cute little spiders. They're cute little spiders. Tarantula is scary though. I don't like that. I don't like any of that. So. I said I took it to show and tell in elementary and got sent to the principals. Man, you got denied at show and tell. That's sad because you were probably really looking forward to taking it. You were like, yeah, this is cool. There was always the kid that would bring in their like lizard or something like that. Yeah. Speaking of lizard, Crypto Face has his chameleon. Why not? Why not have a pet chameleon? Why not? The classmates were terrified. Did you pull it out and pass it around? Who wants to pet it? Who wants to pet it? One time I went to a petting zoo in Oregon, and while I was at the petting zoo, they tried to get me to hold a scorpion. And I wouldn't do it. My friend held the scorpion. I was not holding the scorpion, you guys. Something about the scorpion, it was a no for me. It was a no. She was like, oh, but look at how nice it is. I'm like, no. Yes, in fact, Dolly Parton did pass away. We were all on Wendy O's live stream when somebody put in the chat that Dolly Parton passed away. It's so sad. I put that she's 80 years old. I was like, that's so young. And someone goes, since when is 80 young? And I'm like, excuse me. I still think 80 is young. Like, to me, people should live to be closer to 100. Like 90 plus should be normal. People used to live to 100 all the time. When did we start normalizing 80 years old being like, I mean, I get that was the average life expectancy like 25 years ago. The average life expectancy has gone down. It's gone down. Blocky and Mike Fulmer both said 80 is old AF. You guys, my grandmother is 80 and she still travels. She drives down to Mexico. She's like, does all kinds of stuff. Like, you guys, 80 is not old. 90 is old. 100 is old. Dolly Parton, you guys, She put out a statement just last week. They haven't talked about it, but she actually put out a statement last week saying that she wasn't feeling well and she was taking a break and that she wasn't done yet and that she would be back real soon. So she didn't think that she was going to die. She just thought, I'm not feeling well. I need to take a little break and then I'll be back. And so, yeah. Blocky said, I'm not saying 80 is crippled. I'm saying, and you can't do anything. I'm just saying 80 is old. 80 is old. Yeah. I guess it's all how we view it. I mean, I feel like I'm probably going to live to an old age. Like I've always said that I used to always say growing up, I'm going to live to be 104. And then I would think about that in my mind and be like, man, if you live to be 104, then like that time from being 80 to 100, you're talking 20 years, 24 years of being just old. So to me, I think people should be able to live to be 100. On the Today Show, they used to do the Schmucker's Jelly 100, and everybody'd celebrate all the old people who made it to their 100th birthday. So I feel like 100 should be normal, and normalizing 80 is just wild. Normalizing 80 is just wild. So, and I feel blessed. I lost my brother when he was 33 years old, and it was unexpected. And I feel every year past 33 has been a gift. Like, because, I lost my older brother when he was 33. So every year I've made it past 33. I've made it another year longer than he got to be here and experience things. And so I feel super blessed. I feel super blessed. But yeah, I'm like, freaking 80 still seems young to me. 80 still seems young to me, you guys. I still want to go do so much stuff. I still need to run my marathon. I still want to hike rim to the rim of Grand Canyon. I got to make it to 80. Got to make it to 100. But there are old people that stay very active and they run marathons and stuff like that. And I aspire to be one of those old people. So I've always kind of like tried to look at my family genetics and see like what I need to look out for aging wise, and then mitigate that. And so there's been a couple of things that I've taken on. One of them being is that like bad knees run in my family. All of the women in my family seem to have bad knees. And so I've always noticed that if I don't stay active, my knees end up taking the majority of my like pressure off of my legs. So I have to stay like running, exercising, weight training, keeping my legs strong. Because if I keep my legs strong, then it keeps the pressure off my knees, and I feel like it's keeping my knees in better health. And so I remember when my mom was my age, she used to have a lot of like popping in her knee. And when she went to the doctor told her, oh, well, that popping is actually the tendons in your knee. Like it is the biology of your knee basically being worn away. And so I'm like, I don't want bad knees. I don't want my tendons popping and snapping. And so whenever I feel my knee snap, I'm like, oh, I gotta go work out. Because I'm like, every time it pops, I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm losing some of the, I don't know, structure of my knee. So, and she's done things over the years to try and like help her knees. She's gotten like injections into it, and that's helped her. But she's gonna have to have knee surgery soon, and so I'm gonna have to be playing nurse for my mom. But yeah, I'm telling you, just seeing what she's gone through has made me be like, I need to stay active because I don't want bad knees. But man says I'm fat. It keeps my knees locked tight. Oh my gosh, you're too much, Po Man. You kill me. You kill me. I swear. It's funny. I won't tell you what else I've done to mitigate getting older, but it was an elective surgery. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I'm very happy that I did it. I am very happy that I did it. Before I decided to go under the knife, I tried something else that was like supposed to be an alternative to surgery. And then I just realized I was throwing away my money on these procedures that weren't working. And so I'm like, nope, that's it. I'm going under the knife. Freaking $4,000 later, you guys. Po-Man says, now you got to tell us. All right, fine. You guys, we're all friends here. I'll tell you. Shit, I can't believe I'm going to tell you guys this. Okay. So, oh my gosh, Po-Man. How do I follow that up? Oh, dear God. Mine was an elective surgery. It was more of a cosmetic procedure. I have the Latina side of my family. The genetics are that we get like kind of a bigger, like puffier cheeks, and then it falls down into our neck. And so at a young age, unusually young age, my family genetic is such that I would have a hangy neck. So at first I tried to do, it was called Kybella, and it was supposed to be like a fat melting injection. So you inject it in. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm telling you guys this. Holy shit. So I got it injected, and And I didn't realize that it was a fairly new procedure. And then at the time, I didn't realize that one of the side effects would be the swelling. And I have very sensitive skin anyway. So I've had them inject this liquid into my neck that's supposed to melt the fat. And so they made this grid across my neck and they injected this little grid a whole bunch of times, injecting this stuff, right? And so it's supposed to melt the fat. It melts it, my body eats it, whatever. I don't know. This freaking thing turned into a massive goiter, you guys. It was, not only did it take what my neck already looked like, which, I mean, how old was I when I did this procedure? I must have been like early 30s. Must have been early 30s when I did it, because it was bad enough that I'm like, I'm early 30s. I shouldn't have this weird hanging neck. I'm willing to invest all of this money to have a more youthful looking neck like I did just 5 years ago. So anyway, I inject this stuff into my neck, and for the next like 5 days, it had ballooned out like a bullfrog, like bloop. And it was hard. It was hard. And then I could oh my God. I remember sitting at my desk at work and grabbing my phone, and I was like wearing a turtleneck to try and hide it. And I like look in the mirror, I flip the camera around on my phone and I look at it and I jiggle, and you can just like see this thing. Oh my God. It's like a foreign object in my body. Oh, you guys. So the first round wasn't too bad, right? But you're supposed to go supposedly for 3 rounds of this freaking weird injection shit called Kybella. All right. So I go for the first round, and it I don't know, kind of seemed like it worked. I couldn't really tell because my body was like, what the hell did you do to me? And didn't really like it anyway. And so I'm like, okay, so I go to do it the second time. The second time it blew up again. And I'm like, now I'm back at work looking like a freaking bullfrog again. I'm like, this is awful. So I finally decided I'm done trying the Kybella. This is BS. I can't believe the med spa even sold me on this. And so then I went to an actual doctor, a plastic surgeon, and I got a quote to just have them liposuction the fat out of my neck. And so they liposuctioned the fat out of my neck. And that worked. One and done. Didn't look like a freaking bullfrog. It was a miracle. All of a sudden, my neck was like back to being my 20-year-old neck. Even still today, I don't have crazy like bullfroggy neck thingy. I will say, bullfrog DNA. Perfect. Yes. Ribbit, baby. I will say, okay, after doing the liposuction on my neck, I was really happy I did it because it made me look way younger as soon as I got it done. I felt like I looked my age because I felt like I was looking 40 and early 30s, and anyway. Very happy, very, very happy with it now. What they didn't tell me when I went into the consultation, like at first it was like, oh, you're going to have to like wear this compression garment for 2 weeks. And I'm thinking, okay, this is going to look really stupid, but I can take 2 weeks off of work. I'll do vacation time over Christmas. I can get the 2 weeks in there. I'll finagle it. We'll make it work. Okay. Here's what they didn't tell you. After you get through the 2 weeks, right? Because you have to have the compression garment on for 24 hours straight for 2 weeks. Okay, this is where Kim Kardashian came out with that weird little, it was like the Skims for the neck, right? And it came in all these different colors, and it was supposed to like compress your neck. It wasn't actually to like bind your neck. It was for the girlies who just had surgery and needed to wear that garment and wanted to have a really good result. So it was like very minimal on the face, and then it went around the ears. And so you couldn't really even tell if someone was wearing it because it came in like, I don't know, 6 different shades of skin tone. So you could buy it, wear it, go around town, it looked normal. Well, what the doctor gives you is just this crazy like wrap for your face, makes it look like you just had surgery on your head. And that's what I was rocking. I was rocking the surgery on the head compression garment under my neck. So I get through the first 2 weeks. I go back for my like follow up. They're looking at it. It looks all nice, you know, yada, yada, yada. So then I'm like, okay, so she's like, so now you only need to wear your compression garment for 20 hours a day. I'm like, freaking 20 hours a day? 20 hours a day. How long do I need to wear this compression garment for 20 hours a day? Because I thought it was only going to be for 24 hours a day for 2 weeks and then I was done. She's like, oh, it's the next 6 to 8 weeks. I'm going to be toilet paper head for 2 months. I'm going to be toilet paper head for 2 months. Yes. Toilet paper head for 2 months. I did it, guys. There are pictures of me. In fact, when we finish up the show, I will dump the picture of me in the Blockynomics Discord with the toilet paper head. It's so funny. I'm like, up at Stanford, Amelia's there, right? And she was like sick with her encephalitis. Stanford's doing this like overnight EEG on her. She's got her head wrapped for the EEG for the seizure assessment overnight. And I'm over there with my compression garment. And I'm like, at least we're in like San Jose. At least we're in Silicon Valley. Like, yes, they're walking in. Clearly, I've just had surgery. Obviously, it was an elective one based off of the looks of it, if anyone with a half a brain could tell by looking at me. So it was a very interesting time. I can't believe this is how I chose to open the show. But you guys never know what to expect with me. So I will say though, the surgery was not fun. I'm not like jumping at the opportunity to do any more elective surgeries. I feel like it's totally unnecessary. These women who do multiple procedures, I feel like they're addicted to it. There's something in the process that they're addicted to. So anyway, that is the story, guys. Now you know way too much about me. But the big face gene, it runs in my family. Let me tell you, my grandmother had a facelift. My mama had a facelift. And I'm like, I'm not waiting till I need a facelift. I'm just going to have you suck all the fat out now. And then maybe we'll not pull the skin away. And it worked. It freaking worked, you guys. It worked. So the puffy face thing, I will say, once I cut out alcohol completely, that like fixed the puffy cheek thing that I had going on. And so it's weird because I wasn't like a huge drinker. I was like a weekend drinker. Friday night, Saturday night, have a couple drinks, whatever, but not like every night of the week. But it's still just my body would retain fluid. So anytime my phone wants to show me old pictures, I can immediately tell when I look at like a picture of my face. I'm like, oh yeah, that was back when I was drinking. Like, I don't even need to know the timestamp on it. Like, I could just tell by the looks of the cheeks and like how much swelling I have in my face. Like now my face, I don't know. I feel like I look better at 40 than I did at 30 because I had like the whole fat lower face and drink alcohol. So I had like I don't know. I was still cute though. I was still cute. I've always been a runner. I just, Latina genes. I gotta fight it. All right, you guys. I'm gonna stop before I get myself in trouble. In fact, let's go ahead and take a break to hear a word from our sponsors over at Personas. Let's reset the room.
Social media taught us how to post, scroll, and react, but not always how to truly remember. Our most meaningful memories are everywhere, hidden in camera rolls, old messages, voice notes, and forgotten folders. Personas brings those memories together, creating a living memory profile you can keep adding to as life goes on. Photos, voice clips, videos, and personal stories become the foundation of a personas, built from real memories. The people who know you best can add the moments only they remember. Stories, photos, voice notes, and milestones. With memory requests, nothing is added without approval. Every story is reviewed, accepted, and preserved with care. Personas is different by design, not built for attention, but built for meaning, connection, and legacy. It is not about replacing someone. It is about preserving the voice, wisdom, and love they chose to leave behind. A personas can grow through every chapter, from childhood to family to future generations, still adding to the story. This is Personas, a new way to share who we are, remember who we love, and keep stories connected. Personas, built for memories, designed for connections.
Oh my goodness. Thank you to our sponsors over at Personas. They are the sponsor on today's show, along with our friends over at Market Cipher. You guys, we do have a crypto show to get into for today. But hang on, I'm trying to do something really quick. Let's see where, I don't know. That's not what I wanted. Okay, never mind. I'm going to have to wait on that. And that's okay. We do have a banger show to get into for today, you guys. I am thankful that there were not 62 of you listening to this story at the beginning of the show. But yes, apparently everybody in Discord is attacking Po-Man with spiders. So, Po-Man, I'm very intrigued, and when the show wraps up, I'm going to be toilet paper face in the Discord, followed by spiders for Po-Man in the Discord. So, Blockynomics is where it's at. That Discord is something else, you guys. Discord is fun. Let me tell you, is much as people used to rag on Discord from 2021, I never had my Discord hacked. Not like Telegram. My Telegram was like, I feel like Telegram is just open for anyone to come steal it. And then I hear of other people getting their Telegrams hacked too. So, you know, I am a Discord fan. So when the time comes and I move my community from like where we're at now, right now we're just meeting on X. I just have a small group chat and it's not very active. There were people in it and then I cut people out and I was like, condensing the crew down, and I need to just like expand out the community though and do a Discord, because Discords are fun and I feel like it's a necessary place, a good place for people to meet, have fun, and send each other gifts of spiders. So, not cockroaches. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into the crypto charts. Oh my God. All right, you guys, what does this pop up? Get out of here. All right, so taking a look at the Bitcoin chart, we are on the 15-minute chart. We can see here from our Market Cipher line that money flow is in the red. In fact, we put in this big boy green dot here down below and could see that we were going to have more downward pressure, money flowing out. How long will this continue is the question. And so where most people were feeling that we were going to have a bounce off somewhere here in the 80K range, we tapped 80K just once, maybe twice, and had a sharp sell off from there. So will we continue back up? Will we put in higher lows and higher highs, or are we going to see us have another breakout to the downside? So far, we have Ethereum is following this lead here in the red. As you can see here, we also put in another green dot. Money flow is out and we're just down 1%. Bitcoin is really relatively flat on the daily, but we did hit that 80K range. I'm thinking we need to try and see if we can tap it again, potentially break up into the next level above. The next area above on Bitcoin that we need to break through is to the 83K range. So if we can break above 80, hold the 82, we would see a new higher high put in there. So moving on to Ethereum, though, trading at 2,451. Solana hit over $100 couple of times yesterday. Everything was feeling very euphoric over there. I am at the point where I'm like enjoying waking up and looking at my crypto wallets again. And I forgot what it was like, because in the bear market, when I have done what I'm going to do and I'm like sidelined and I know that I'm sidelined in a way that I feel comfortable, then I just write it out. I do not really do any plays. I quit logging into wallets. I don't really do a whole lot of anything, because if I see number go down and I see how far number go down, I'm more likely to make a more emotional decision. So if I know that I'm going to hold a position through the bear market, then I like to be, I'm not logging in. I don't want to see this number go down. I will wait until it's down. I will log back in. I will buy at the bottom. So let's go ahead and move on to Chainlink, because we have some Chainlink news for us today. But as you can see here, have not put in the big green dot on this one. So hanging on to $11.39 on Chainlink. XRP is trading at $1.45. It is down 2% on the day. SUI is continuing to have a significant bleed out here, down nearly 4.5%, And down here on our market Cipher Beeline on the oscillator, we're putting in not one but two double green, big boy green dots. It is in the sell pressure is being felt. Now let's take a look at Cardano, because you guys know this is one that I've been waiting for my entry on, and perhaps this pullback is going to be my chance to be able to get into a better position. So currently trading at 21 cents on Cardano. It is down about 3.5%. So let's go ahead and take a look at gold. Gold is up slightly after having a little bit of a sell-off here. Has remained a little strong given the weakness in the overall market. And oil is down about 4%. Wish I would feel it at the pump. You guys, they're starting to say here in the US that we have, I think it's just 41 days left of oil reserves until we start to feel a big push for lack of oil reserves from the ongoing conflict. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with oil. And if we start to have like a run on oil where, you know, you try to go get gas and you can't necessarily. Gas rationing has not been a thing in a really long time. But gas rationing is taking place in other countries. It's just whether or not we're going to feel it here, whether or not what we have going on in Venezuela is going to make up for the lack of other oil imports taking place. All right, let's go ahead and move to the top 100 crypto. Great Day Profits, I see you in the chat. I want to give you a shout out though. It was so wonderful meeting you at the Bitcoin conference again. I get so excited when I see you in the chat, because I picture your face now when I see you in the chat, and it makes me excited. So top 100, look at SPX is up 13%. What is this at? 54 cents. 54 was 54. It's at 51 cents now. I was just looking at this because this was one that I had. I was in it, but I'm not in it now. And so I was looking to see the position and momentum on it, because it was one, in comparison to dog, I held my dog through the bear market, but I did not hold my SPX. So looking at SPX, it's had a really good run. It's just, is it really going to go above $1, $2 this time? Will it continue to have the rally it had last time is the question. So top 100 is a mixed bag. I wonder what my dog coin is at. Let's take a look at that. Dog on Bitcoin. Showing it is still up today, you guys. I logged in this morning on this one. And this is, so from the weekly, look at this. This is my dog on Bitcoin on the weekly. Up 128%. This one, even still, like we flipped a 0 on it, but I don't think people realize it was 0.00009. So right now to buy in on dog is 0.001. Like 0.001. It can easily 10x from here to even touch a penny. It's got a couple of central exchange listing. Let's go ahead and take a look at the exchanges. So it's on Kraken and BitGet. It's two of the biggest ones. Mexi, which is going under. I don't even know why that's still listed. It's on Gate. So it's really the biggest one. It's also listed on OKX. I don't know why that's not listed on here, but I'm pretty sure it's listed on OKX. So my thesis with this one is that it's the number one meme coin on Bitcoin. It is Satoshi's. You buy it not through one of these centralized exchanges, and you're buying it via Satoshi's. And so anyway, this is one that I'm really watching this cycle. So let's go ahead and take a look at SPX, because now I want to see for my own reason. On the weekly of this one's only up 61%. So anyway, Pepe is another meme coin that I've always held a lot of conviction in, but is one of those where, man, on the weekly is up 50%. The daily is down 4% today. But on the weekly, it is up 50%. I think this has a strong community. The problem with this Pepe is, like, I've loved Pepe. I've held Pepe. I was early on Pepe. But the thing with Pepe is that there's so many different Pepes. Is, do you have too many Pepes competing with each other? And how do you continue to get the momentum back, other than this one was the OX69 contract, or this was the one that came out in the bear market and it did really well? Like, what is the seller on this one? That's what I want to know, because I do love Pepe. I want to get back into Pepe, but I need to reason with myself on what the thesis is and whether it's one that I'm going to really put as much into this cycle, because I went heavy on it last time too. And then, I should have sold it back. Oh my gosh, I had Tom Crown. I think I had Tom Crown. God, I am like pixels, tiny little pixels, you guys. I had Tom Crown map it on his channel and chart it for me, and he was like, yes, it is absolute doggy doo-doo, sell it, and I didn't sell it then. What do? I should have listened. Should have listened to Tom Crown. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into some breaking news. All right, I'm going to go be tiny again. Just bear with me, you guys. Bitcoin enters initial phase of new bull market, but 83K remains a key level. So, Bitcoin has entered the early stage of a new bull market after a 24% rally pushed key on-chain and demand indicators into a bullish territory. The analytics firm Bull Score just jumped to 80 from 30 over the past week, hitting its highest level since October of 2025 as 8 indexes, 10 underlying indicators now flashing bullish. Bitcoin climbed above 80,000 during the rally, but CryptoQuant said that the weekly close above the 365-day moving average, currently around 83,000, is needed to confirm the shift into a new bull market. So the shift has been supported by accelerated spot demand, while spot futures demand are growing together for the first time since early October 2025. So the LMAX Group market strategy also pointed out that in May of 2026, a high of 82,820 as of the next important level for Bitcoin. So we need to hang on to that key critical level and potentially break through it. If we don't break through it, then it's just confirmation that we're going to continue into this bear market, at least for the near term future. But if you are currently sidelined, that is what you're hoping for. Blocky's like, that's how you know a new low is coming. Yes. Unleash your inner Blocky Bear. Here you go. Yeah, so we could get confirmation that we might be headed down to a lower low if we do not get confirmation. So whales are taking profits as the Bitcoin rally heats up. So people who are in profit are taking profits, potentially because they know that this is not confirmation of the start of the bull rally, as some are saying it is. But if we have a swing down, traders' unrealized profit margins have climbed 20% to their highest level since June of 2025 and noted that Bitcoin fell about 20% after the metric reached 19% in early May when Bitcoin was trading near 82,000. So, you guys, people are hoping we have another dip down. Let's just say, in theory, Bitcoin does not get confirmation above 82,000. We continue down into the bear market for another month or two. How low do we really go? We're sitting at 70s. I mean, what level of entry are we looking for? Do I think Cardano is going to hit 14 cents again? I do not. I really don't. I want it to. But I feel like when it hit that and I knew it was the bottom, like everyone kind of knew it was the bottom. And I don't know if it's going to go back to that. Anyway, looking for a better position on Cardano, you guys. You guys know how I trade. I have wallets on each chain. And each chain is separate of the other. So that way, if I do get hacked, it's going to be an isolated event that doesn't drain all of my accounts. It's just a singular event. And so I like to stay diversified, but I don't, I have more on some chains than others, just depending, like Cardano doesn't have as much volume as I would like. So I just have less on the chain overall. And it's for no reason other than I don't want my liquidity tied up on a chain that's not going to perform as well as, like, say, Solana might. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a chain, I should say, that will have quite a bit of activity on it this cycle. It's easy to see with everybody buzzing about Robinhood that Robinhood's going to continue to take some of the market share. So Arcus launches tokenized perp positions on Robinhood chain. So Arcus introduced a transferable ERC20 token for perpetual positions and lets tokenized stocks back leverage trades without requiring users to sell their holdings. If you like leverage, this is great. And look, this is just Robinhood building out its infrastructure. So Arcus is a DEX built by the team behind DYDX and has launched a protocol on Robinhood chain that converts perp future positions into a transferable ERC20 token and allows tokenized stocks to be used as collateral for leveraged trading. So this is new though, because it is like actually tapping the tokenized stocks sector. Mama Shadow, when Jesse's not in here, I just usually assume that our buddy Frankie Candles is on. I've said it before. I always get happy when I see Frankie's show start after I finish up my live stream, because Frankie, he pulls a crowd. He's a gregarious guy. He's good at charting. He's got a lot of really smart things to say. He's good to watch. It's okay. On a date with Metamona. Hubba. I love Metamona, you guys. She is such a doll. Let me tell you, I met Metamona for the first time at NFT NYC, and I had my producer with me at the time, and I was walking around with my microphone. And anyway, I saw Metamona, and I ran up to her, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I interviewed her, and she was just so sweet and bubbly, and she was there working this media desk the whole time, and took time out to chat with me on camera. I freaking adore her. I adore her, and her and Randy together are just so sweet. I just adore those two. I was missing Randy Hipper's show again this morning, so I was visiting our friend Crypto Princess. So shout out to Crypto Princess. I love, when I first started creating content. She and I both did edited shows, and then I started live streaming. Now she's doing live streaming too. It makes me happy to see her live streaming because I know that was like new for her when she started it. So anyway, back to Robinhood Chain and the DEX that is allowing tokenized stock trading and leverage trading. So the launch includes products such as PBTC 3X and PHOOD 3X, offering 3X exposures to Bitcoin and Robinhood stock. And the DEX announced on Tuesday in a press release shared with Cointelegraph. So the traditional markets have spent decades at making sophisticated investment strategies easier to access through products like leveraged ETFs. We believe that the next step in making those strategies native to blockchain infrastructure, Arcus CEO said. So Arcus has recorded more than $2 billion in trading volume since launching on the Robinhood chain, with average daily volume exceeding 100 million. Robinhood Chain has grown to 596 million TVL since its launch on July 1st, ranking among the top 15 chains. So shout out to Robinhood. I think it's a great onboarding tool. So it's just weird to see them go from like, you know, we're not cool with meme coins to, okay, we're going to degen now. We're going to degen now. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's fun to see them trying new things, you know. I think it's important for them to try and sample different products, bring different products to market, because if not, the other alternative is you have these other companies that spring up out of nowhere. They're VC backed. They don't have necessarily this established team working behind it. And so I like to see established teams adapt and grow with the industry. And I think that's really great to see with Robinhood. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on. Bitwise launches self-custody tokenized stock portfolios with Coinbase. So let's check it out. Bitwise Asset Management has launched automated portfolios of Coinbase's tokenized U.S. stocks that allow eligible investors outside the United States to follow present investment strategies while keeping assets in their own wallets. So the portfolio uses Coinbase's recently launched tokenized stocks. So that's the big push right now. Like, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Now, all of the news in crypto right now is about tokenized stocks. And what are they talking about at the White House right now? What is the holdup on clarity? What is this one thing that they keep talking about? Well, they keep mentioning the fact that we need clarity around tokenized stocks, and we need to be able to allow this to, you know, investors globally. And here it is. I mean, it's already being launched. It's already being delivered. These things are already coming to market. So it's kind of, you know, they're trying to put like, I don't know. It's like it's already there and it seems like it's just a little late. I don't know. They've already been building this out and now they're trying to build all of this, these rules around it. And it's like, it's already here. It's already here. You don't need the rules. It's already here. Tokenized list, and now stocks traded at $2.5 billion. So tokenized stocks are up to $2.5 billion. So it's where I think we're going to see anyone that doesn't want to work on a VPN, that wants to trade stocks 24/7, they're going to be participating on these tokenized stocks. So, and again, the tokenized stocks that are available, you know, I believe when we looked at the list, it was mostly just tech stocks that were available for 24/7 trading so far. Now, there's probably ETFs included in that in some form or fashion, but I digress, you guys. I digress. So, yes, tokenized stocks, they're here. Clarity Act is still in limbo. I tried to dig around and see if the White House had any updates, if Chainlink had any updates. In fact, speaking of Chainlink, I did say I was going to talk about them on the show today. So let me go ahead and pull up Chainlink. So how Chainlink powers DeFi, Aave, Lido, and others are leading DeFi protocols. So every financial revolution needs foundational infrastructure. For DeFi, that infrastructure is Chainlink. So from experimentation of DeFi summer to the institutional grade applications of today, Chainlink has been a constant driver of innovation for the on-chain finance economy. Beyond providing critical infrastructure, Chainlink is widely credited as primary driver of DeFi's growth to more than 200 billion in TVL. The launch of Chainlink's price feeds in 2019 enabled DeFi protocols such as Aave to launch secured markets that could safely scale from a few million to tens of billions of dollars in net daily deposits. Today, Chainlink's powers approximately 70% of the global DeFi market. That is correct. Chainlink powers 70% of DeFi. Is it really decentralized if they are 70%? That's a whole other discussion. But including 80% of Ethereum's DeFi and 90% of DeFi on leading layer 2 networks. So Chainlink has enabled tens of trillions of dollars in transactions and value, including trillions of dollars in deposits, borrows for lending platforms like Aave. Since established the industry's most secure and reliable Oracle networks for market data, Chainlink has expanded into unified platform services spanning data, interoperability, compliance, privacy, and orchestration. The platform is now being used by the world's largest DeFi applications to support innovative use cases across lending derivatives, insurance, prediction markets, stablecoins, and more. So in this collection, you'll find the major Chainlink DeFi integrations and announcements across some of the largest DeFi protocols. The reason I wanted to read this, most of you guys know who Aave is. Most of you guys have heard of some of these companies, and most of you know who Chainlink is. But I wanted to highlight the fact that Chainlink powers 70% of DeFi. So now let's go back to our chart here on Chainlink, because Chainlink's currently down nearly 3% today. Remember, all-time high was above the $20 mark. Ninja said 1K Link and by Xmas. Heck yeah, why not? Why not? Because I sold Link. Yes. So the price predictions on Chainlink have been around the $200 mark. That is bullish case scenario. Now, that's okay. Frankie just went live and Jesse's playing hooky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, bullish case, $200 of Chainlink, and you can buy it right now on sale. Fire price, $11.27. So Chainlink is one of those that I will be purchasing. I will be entering. I have not much Chainlink at the moment. I do have a little Chainlink, but not as much exposure. When I usually sideline myself for a bear market, I will keep a small position. So that way it's easier for me to track it in my wallet for me to buy back in. I'm not searching for it or doing anything like that. It's just an easy boom, add to that. So maybe Jesse fell asleep. He's allowed. I think it's like 2 a.m. his time. I forget what time he stays up until. But you gotta love people like Jesse who are just absolute beasts who stay up and represent. So I think that's awesome. So, well, you guys, I can't believe we started the show the way we started. I should be ashamed of myself. I'm not. I've taken bigger L's than that. How much do you guys think I spent on my neck? I spent more than the 49ers coach, guys. Spent more than the 49ers coach. I went to a classier joint too. Isn't that a trip? $140 in a trailer park in Ohio. In Ohio. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. It's funny though. It's funny. Yeah, Jesse's always putting in the work. He's always putting in the work. Well, you guys, we did it. Oh my gosh, Chipper. Chipper's singing for us now. You know what? I was thinking I need to close out with a song today. I was going to close out with a song today. But then I was thinking like it would have to be Dolly Parton if I closed out with a song today. I mean, she's got like the most famous rack in all of music ever. The most famous rack in all of music. Like, I don't think anyone in music has a more famous rack than her. And that's like impressive. It's impressive. And she was like super tiny at the end too. It's like, how are you even holding all that up? How are you even holding all that up? God bless her. God bless her. Thank you for the good times, Dolly Parton. And thank you all for sticking around through my show, regardless of my 2 pixels, regardless of how fuzzy my face is, regardless of my laggy internet. You guys are the true goats. So thank you all for tuning in, you guys. Smash a subscribe if you're new here. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm probably going to rip all this apart and be in a new location tomorrow. So yeah, rip to the rack. Rip to the rack. All right, you guys, headed into Blockonomics. I gotta go mess with the boys in Blockonomics. I will catch you all tomorrow. Smash a subscribe if you are new here. Thank you all for tuning in. I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.